Andrew TV here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a very rainy start to our episode here of Eco Trails Wildlife Sanctuary. So yeah, it feels like it's been kind of a while since we've been in this zoo here, in this project. That's mainly because the last episode we did, if you didn't catch it, that was a kind of tutorial, but still a build within our project here where we revamped the Asian water monitor habitat. And I did that live, so it was just a little bit over an hour of long of an episode, so very much so longer episode. But yeah, it was more of a step-by-step process of how I kind of do my builds and everything. And yeah, like I said, we revamped the Asian water monitor habitat, and it was a lot of fun kind of doing that. So I might do a few more episodes like that. Seems like a few of you enjoyed that style and everything, so we might do more of that in the future. But yeah, as we're jumping in today, like I said, we are starting off very rainy, and seeing our Siamangs over here, seeing how they're doing. We have one of them hanging out outside here, but I think most of our Siamangs are hanging out inside. Looks like the rain is about to clear up, but there they are. We got our new baby. Can't remember if we showed them off in the last episode, but we do have our new baby Siamang. Oh, my dog is barking at something outside. Apologies for the barks, but that's okay. But anyways, so yeah, let's go ahead and jump over, just in case y'all missed it in the last longer build episode. Here is our revamped Asian water monitor habitat over here. So it still has kind of the general same idea going on, but we just kind of enlarged it a little bit because they did have their offspring, which definitely cramped their style a lot. And overall, I think since we've done this, let's go ahead and click on one of our water monitors here. I believe that has straightened out. Yeah, their social is all straightened out now, since they have enough space and everything like that. So I believe all of that is looking okay. But I do believe that when our juveniles here, we had 3 boys, and I think they're all really, really good. If we look at their genetics, yeah, they are all gold. But I do believe we are going to have to say goodbye to them when they do get older. So let's see, all mature offspring become outsider. Yes, so we will need to remember to go ahead and get rid of them, unfortunately, or give them a separate habitat. But I am leaning more towards the probably just sell them off for conservation credits when they're older. But anyways, yeah, here's again a quick look at our new revamped but same kind of style water monitor habitat, and they are loving it. So there's a little checkup on them. Why don't we just go ahead and do that? Let's do a quick checkup on the project, then we'll talk about the build today, which I'm sure the thumbnail and title are going to go ahead and give away a little bit, but you know what, we'll act like we have no idea. Over here we have our Babarusa, and kind of same idea, I do believe, where we have let's just make this easier, where we have some of our juveniles. Looks like they are one juvenile of a little girl here. So actually we have all girls, so once they get older, Murney here, we'll have to put them on contraceptives so we don't have any inbreeding going on, but we can go ahead and keep them, because I do remember, yeah, same thing with the males over here. Once the males mature for the Babarusa, they don't like to intermingle. And then finally, let's take a look at our quokkas, of course, the originators here of our zoo and everything. We have a lot of quokkas hanging out now. Look at them jumping over here over to the cool off on the water jets. But let's take a look here. We have now 7 quokkas. We might actually have to think about reducing down the amount that we have. So we have a few on contraceptives already, so we don't have any inbreeding going on. But yeah, we have Yarly, it looks like, or Jarly, or I'm going to say Yarly, about to mature. We might, yeah, want to look into reducing down our quokka population, just to kind of keep it not cramped and everything, right? So very good. Yeah, no, everything's looking great there. We've not really done any more research, I don't believe. Nope, we have everything researched all the way, so looking fantastic there. Mechanic research, I did do one piece of research off screen, and oh, we are still researching. That's fine. I like the transport rides, but I did research the boat ride, because that is going to tie in with my idea today. So in the last, or 2 episodes, I believe it was, after we built the Siamang episode, Primal Gamer gave a great suggestion saying that we kind of have a Asian theme going on to the left side of the zoo at the moment with our Asian water monitor, the Siamang, so maybe we should stick with that. And, you know, I fully agree. I think that's a great recognition of animal theme right there, and I think we will continue that theme with our build today. And yeah, like I said, we have the boat ride, which I want to incorporate, and also we're going to do the Asian water monitor and the Bengal tiger. So I think those are going to be two great additions to the zoo. The Bengal tiger, that's going to be kind of our first big boy animal. I've heard, or I was reading on Reddit and different forums that this animal is one of them that can kind of sometimes make or break a project or a zoo because of their requirements as far as food costs and all that other thing. So because right now we are doing fantastic as far as money goes, it is just, we are just pouring the money, the money in right now. But yeah, we'll see how the Bengal tiger habitat goes. I think we'll just get two of them, a male and a female, and try and get a breeding program going with them so that we can recoup our costs as far as build costs go and our conservation credits. And then the Asian water monitors,
you're wrong.
Same thing, hopefully start with just a few of them, maybe 3 or 4 of them to get a nice little pack going, or I'm not sure what they're called. My animal friends, my animal nerds, what's a pack of, or a group of Asian water monitors
wrong
called? But yeah, so let's go ahead and do those. And then yeah, with the boat, I'd really like to have kind of a boat tour going around the Bengal tiger habitat, almost making it not almost actually making it a separate island amongst itself. And we're going to try and have the Asian water monitor habitat,
not this time,
kind of in front right here, really close to the water monitor habitat. Did I say water? I don't know. I'm getting all confused. I'm like thinking of my idea and getting ahead of myself. But anyways, I'm hoping it's going to look really cool perspective-wise. I'm going to try and get some terrain differences going with the Bengal tiger habitat, the boat ride, and then finally the otters down in front here, and try and get kind of a tiered terrain system kind of thing going here. That's going to hopefully look really cool. I have kind of an idea, and I'm hoping it turns out really great. So yeah, sit back, relax. We'll do a fun little build here, and yeah, I'll see you on the other side of that. All right, let's go ahead and bring you all back in, and yeah, we're gonna go ahead and opt to not do a speed build video. We're gonna go ahead and do a little first-person tour mode, and yeah, it's mainly because this build ended up being a lot bigger and a lot grander, and took a lot longer than I initially anticipated, basically. So that's kind of been my theme with the last few videos, the last few builds that I've been doing, whether it's this park or Colonial Shores or any of the other projects and everything. I've been straying away from just doing one singular habitat and trying to do almost like entire like lands or like mini lands basically, so that can, yeah, a little bit stretch the creative capacity of myself a little bit, but yeah, that's right, we still have fun making them. And yeah, I'll say that this is pretty much complete, probably about 85% complete, but that is done enough because I have spent time enough building on this entire area. So yeah, let's go ahead and not waste any time. Let's jump forward here, and yeah, you can start to see some little bits of the build just in the distance there if you look forward. But yeah, let's go ahead and check out the otter and tapirs. So yeah, we have the otter and tapirs, Malayan tapirs, hanging out in their temple habitat here. So yeah, this is a big old Indonesian temple themed habitat with a big lake in the middle, and there's some great underwater viewing areas as well. But yeah, really like this view, and big shout out first off to Rudy Rinkamel. If you all, I'm sure everyone in Planet Zoo community knows Rudy, but if you don't, check out their YouTube channel. Amazing creator. And then they made all of these smaller little temples that you see dotted along the mountainside here. So shout out to them for making that set on the workshop. And then the second one is made by, I don't want to mispronounce their name here. It is someone I have not noticed before, but I just typed in, I think it was just literally typed in Indonesian temple, and that went ahead and brought up this person here. And that is going to be WSCHBR. Why couldn't I remember that? Yeah, but yeah, shout out to them for making the larger temple back that way there. So yeah, no, again, really like how this came out. Continuing my theme of the last few months, it seems like, of building mountains out of these using the rock pieces and everything. So yeah, really had a lot of fun. We're gonna zoom in on that, but yeah, all of this is made out of the individual rock pieces, kind of using the same rock method I've been using this last few months to get this rigid rock line and everything, or mountain mountainscape and all that fun stuff there. So yeah, no, again, really like how the sightlines came out for this one. Basically, right where we're standing is where this entire build came together. I was standing right here. None of this was here except for a lot of terrain changes. That's what a lot of took time to do, is getting all of these stepped up elevation changes, because we start at the baseline where we're at now. There's another elevation change right about here, and then one final one where the big temple is back there to get this really cool, almost forced perspective view over there. But anyways, I was standing right here before any of this was there, and I plopped down that temple, this, and these 3 temples over here, and I was like, yep, there it is. There's our sightline. So this entire build was based off of this sightline right here, and I like to do that a lot with my builds. So if you're ever struggling to kind of get inspiration for a build, take advice from the theme park community, which is basically you plop down what's called a weenie. That is a Disney Imagineering term, but yeah, the weenie is something like the Magic Kingdom castle, like Cinderella's castle, or Epcot's giant golf ball, or the Animal Kingdom giant tree. So something that draws your eye to the end of an area that you're like, ooh, I want to go there. And that's kind of the cool thing, is that you can go to this temple over there. It's kind of a exploratory travel, a little travel thing to go over to that temple and everything. So yeah, something to consider if you're ever kind of struggling. Get yourself a main eye candy, or main weenie as the theme park nerds call it, and everything, and kind of build around that as your central focus. So again, my central focus was these 4 sightlines right here and everything. So but yeah, let's go ahead and we will continue on, and there's a lot more to explore as we kind of make our way eventually to, like I said, this big old temple area over that way. Alright, so as we leave the main viewing area, we were just over that way, as we leave the main viewing area, built this little brick kind of main shop area, I guess you'd say. So we have our little food stand, got some hot dogs going on back there, a little bit of water, restroom on the side. But yeah, that was a big thing, is that in the middle of this build, I did kind of forget that we're playing franchise mode. And twice I ran out of money, actually. That was quite alarming. I just kind of was building, then all of a sudden it was like, cannot place. I was like, well, what? Why? Oh yeah, you need money for this thing. And then yeah, the other thing is that the guests got real mad, and I think that's why I was losing money, because I just kind of forgot to take care of our guests in the background. So this building, which I really like how this ended up looking, especially how it just kind of fits into the jungle backdrop and everything. Yeah, this was just a direct demand out of, go get him! You go get him! Oh, the race is on. We can't keep up. We're too slow. But look at him go. Oh, man, our security is on top of it. Anyways, this building was built out of necessity, and I love how it turned out. I haven't really played around with these Indonesian, or is it Oceania? I can't remember. Anyways, a lot of these pieces, I haven't really been able to mess with them that much. So yeah, really like how that turned out there. So yeah, let's go ahead and keep moving on down the trail here. And we're going to probably end up at some underwater viewing area, which that was a big part of this build too. That took a long time to get underwater viewing area built. I don't build that many underwater viewing areas and everything. So yeah, this was kind of a fun little challenge to do. Alright, so standing outside the entrance area to the underwater viewing area, let's go ahead and head on in. And yeah, there's a few different ideas I wanted to kind of throw around for this building area here. And one of the big ones was, as we're kind of coming down this way, it's kind of hard to tell, and I do need to mess with the lighting. This is where the 85% comes in here. But if you can tell here, there's this is water back here. So I did go ahead and build a giant, basically as an aquarium. I really would like it to be an aquarium overall. But yeah, there is water in there, tucked behind this little rock mass here as you're coming down the stairways. So yeah, hopeful that we ever get a Planet Zoo Aquarium DLC. Not gonna happen. But one can dream, and we can kind of use our imaginations. Or maybe, heck, there's some stuff on the workshop that I could find to put some little fishes in there that would kind of sell it a little bit more. So, but yeah, as we're making our way down, start to, holy cow, this is the busiest part of the zoo. I even lowered the guest count down to only 1,000 guests, and everyone loves this area of the of the zoo. But yeah, as we come over here, we have two animals, or I'm sorry, one exhibit animal, and then our underwater viewing areas. So for the exhibit animal, went with the they're not bats, they're the flying spectacled foxes, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what they are called. And oh my gosh, they have populated. They have definitely. We started with 2, and I did have the managed population bit on, but yeah, looks like they have definitely populated. So this is very bare bones at the moment. I'm very aware of that. I don't really have an inspiration right now for this, other than just making it your typical like cave, which that still sounds pretty good to me. It sounds great, but you know, I don't know. I just kind of want to think on it just a little bit, or hear from you folks there if you have any fun ideas for the spectacled foxes here. So we'll have to come back to that one. Definitely have to come back to that one. There's a few things that we're going to be coming back to in later episodes as I kind of flesh the ideas out and everything. So, but let's go out to an area that is definitely finished, and I love how this turned out. It looks so cool. But yeah, here's our underwater viewing area for our tapir and the otter, mainly the otter. Obviously the tapir don't really swim underwater, obviously, but the otters, look at that. You get these great views of the otters interacting with the temple out there. I love all these little statue pieces that we got as well, but yeah, you get some fantastic views of where we just were topside there. So yeah, just again, I love just kind of hanging out down here. Just messing with the lighting and everything. We'll do that right now. I should have mentioned at the beginning, but we are viewing this in sandbox mode right now, just because I do want to mess with the lighting and all that other fun stuff on a whim. But yeah, you start to get these really cool shadows and just really cool light. If this was real, like again, I would just hang out here all the time. Usually when I'm at a zoo, you'll find me hanging out like in the underwater viewing areas more so than not. They're just the most like relaxing and peaceful areas. So, but yeah, again, really like how this turned out, and yeah, that was kind of a fun idea to use. I love this India piece here that you can change the color of it. This kind of temple ruin piece. So thought that was cool to make that the. Hudson, my dog, had to let us know how much he liked it as well. So, you know, everyone is just really liking how this area turned out, it looks like. So, but yeah, let's go ahead and head on out. And yeah, like I said, we're going to come back to the spectacled flying fox exhibit, because I do want to finish some more up on that. And again, same thing on the other side here. We do have the aquarium or tank there, but very, very bare bones there. So those are 2 areas that I would love to come back to once it kind of gets expanded upon and everything. So, but yeah, next up, let's go ahead and let's go on a boat ride, shall we? All right, welcome on over to the station for our boat ride here. Don't have an official name for it yet, but it does circle what I'm calling Bengal Island, so maybe it can be the Bengal Island Jungle Cruise? No, that's too on the nose, isn't it? Bengal Island Cruise, something like that. You know, we'll get around to it. But anyways, yeah, this is the station to it. And speaking of Jungle Cruise, this might look a little bit familiar to those of you familiar with it, but this is based off of the Tokyo Disneyland Jungle Cruise. I've personally never been to Tokyo Disneyland. I've been to Walt Disney World a bunch of times. I used to work there, but I was just kind of thumbing through different Jungle Cruises around the world, their stations, and yeah, stumbled upon the Tokyo Disneyland one, and I loved how it looked. I thought it fit in really, really well. So just some minor adjustments to like colors here and there, but other than that, pretty much a big inspiration for this area here. And I'm just kind of noticing this. I honestly didn't notice this before, but you can kind of see a little bit of a peak right there from the temple. That is really, really cool. I mean, I planned that. Isn't that great how I planned that? Awesome. Love that. But yeah, as we go in here, there's a little bit of an interior for this. Again, if you've been on a Jungle Cruise ride before, some of this will look a little bit familiar there. Wanted to get that kind of same vibe. This is such a popular attraction too. You see 2 animals, 2 species on this ride. One of them's right there, and the other one's right there. So, and yeah, it attracts so many people, and you can charge so much money for this as well. I only have 3 boats going right now. It's not the longest cruise at the moment, but I am thinking we're going to need to increase the capacity for this. So yeah, here's the main station, and yeah, I like how this kind of turned out. A little bit of like an abandoned, rusty, or a rustic type vibe to it. Plants galore. You know me, I love placing the plants all over the place. But yeah, no, I really like how it came out. I think it has a lot of the different vibes of the different Jungle Cruises and everything. Need to get some custom music in here, right? Get that old-timey Jungle Cruise type music in there and everything. So, and then the holes in the roof that you can see in the back over here, like, there's a big hole. Yeah, did that on purpose because yeah, you can sometimes get some great views of the water buffalo, which looks like they are over on the mud side at the moment. But yeah, it's kind of a cool happenstance thing. I mean, no, I planned it. I planned all of this. But no, it was just kind of a fun happenstance thing that the animal that I had no plan on putting on this in this build and everything just happened to be right across from the station. You can kind of get some glimpses of them every so often. So there you go. But yeah, let's go ahead and move forward. You know what I'm noticing real quick is that all these fans up there are supposed to be moving, but there's no power over here. That's going to be a thing. Again, halfway through this build, I kind of forgot that we were building in franchise mode, and you need those things. So also, if you notice above, you will see guests walking, and you might be thinking, well, what the heck, aren't these all kind of one station? A little bit, but we did a little bit of trickery, and you can kind of see, so right here we have some stairs you can go up, and then we'll be on a second level, because again, this entire build, very, very terrain focused, so this whole time we've been moving up, little steps of gradient, little terrain gradients and everything, and hey, look, you can jump right into the water right here. Noted. But yeah, no, I wanted this really cool bridge going right across the top of the station and everything, and this is actually something you see in the Jungle Cruise Tokyo station and everything. The line actually does snake up here, but we just kind of repurposed it for a guest queue, and we're on the roof. So there you go, we get special access when you're on tour here. You get to go on the roof, so we can look down at everyone and be like, haha, peasants, we get to stay on the roof. That's not nice. Okay, let's get off the roof. We're gonna get off the roof now and go look at stuff.
I will punch you in the face if you don't get off the shed. Now get off the shed. Get off the shed. Get off the damn shed.
All right, now that I jumped off the roof, and you know what? Not a single person stopped to help me. I kept asking, like, hey, can you catch? No, not a single one helped me. I don't know why. It could be because we called them peasants, but that can't be why. Anyways, as we move ourselves across the bridge to Bengal Island, here is the habitat that we were looking at before. And oh my gosh, everyone and their mother is here to look at the same thing we are at the moment. 1 second, let's fast forward. Okay, I think everyone's moved on. Quite literally, I think half of the zoo, or half the population of the zoo, is over here because the Bengal tigers that we're about to see just had their babies. That was not planned, but I just looked at the notifications, and yeah, about 4 or 5 minutes into our tour, they had their babies, so everyone is running over here now to go see the little cubs. But anyways, we're not looking at the cubs right now. We're looking at, there they are. We have our wild water buffalo. Is that what they're called? I keep calling them that. I hope it's the right thing. Yeah, wild water buffalo. There you go. So yeah, this is another habitat that is pretty well complete, but still want to do some finishing touches. This is where I'm starting to run out of inspiration there. Yep, get your selfies in, get your pictures in. That's a great picture. But yeah, no, we just had this little ridge line, or this little shoreline, excuse me, that ran right underneath the bridge. Originally was just going to fill it with a bunch of foliage, maybe another temple or two, or, you know, just some nice little theming and everything, but I went ahead and just kind of drew it out with a barrier, and it happened to work out that it was the perfect amount of room for these guys here. So I kind of figured it'd be kind of not fun, but interesting to put the thing that the tigers like to normally eat probably on the same island as them. So it's like, it all works out. You know, it's like a story. It's like, hey, look at these things. Aren't they cute? Well, the things that you're about to see would rip them to shreds and eat them for breakfast. So as we go forward, remember earlier we were talking about, hey, you can go see that big old thing that earlier you were looking at. Hey, there it is. We get to go actually inside the big old temple piece here, and actually the interior is pretty dang good. I mean, sure, there's Z fighting forever, but what are you gonna do? But yeah, it's kind of cool that you actually get to travel from point A all the way up to point B that you saw earlier and everything. Get these really great views that are going to change over time of the wild water buffalo habitat. And you can see the boat goes right by here. And yeah, I think we could maybe fit it where there's more habitats on the other side of the boat. That is a big thing, is that we have an entire shoreline over that way that is still very open. And then yeah, we'll move over to the big main attraction, the big star of the area, where you get some pretty dang good views of the habitat. And this is one of the areas that's the 85%. I would like to improve the overall area of the viewing here. It does feel just very it's passable, right? It's fine. It has a little bit of theming, sure, but I would like to come back and look at this a little bit. So, but yeah, anyways, let's see. They are probably all in the den. They love to hang out in the den. But yeah, if you don't ever get a good view of them here, that is why we have the boat ride that you actually get some cool views. There it is. The boat ride that goes right down by here. So let's actually do that. Let me boop out of first person mode, and let's get an above view and kind of a boat ride view as well, because that is how you get a lot of the cool views and stuff. So let's swing over here. We're not going to ride the boat. We'll go on the boat tour per se. But yeah, this is kind of the tour you get with the boat. And here's the really big, you get a few really amazing shots here. There it is. Yep, they were all sleeping. There's a little cub right there. But yeah, you get to go right into the den of the Bengal tiger. So same thing as before. This is formidable at the moment, but I would like to come back through and do a lot more detail work as I gain some more inspiration over here. But I just really, like, this is the main idea that I wanted to do for this area, was to get a few just really cool focal points where you can see the tigers in action and everything. So that is one area, and then this is the other one over here where we have a blood pouch and sometimes a blood pumpkin over here as well to attract them. So you get some really, really cool views of that. So yeah, that is the main part of the boat ride, and then obviously, as we were talking about earlier, you get the wild water buffalo as well. So there you go with the Bengal Island and everything like that. So, and then yeah, like I was saying, we have this huge shoreline over this way that is still open as well. So who knows what's going to end up over there, right? So, but yeah, let's take while we're out of here, let's take a big look, and yeah, here is the biggest expansion in zoo history so far, from right around this area right here all the way up there. So that is good. Like what? Yeah, that's basically an area that is the size, if not a little bit bigger, than the entire zoo has been so far. So that is why, yeah, I think the next few episodes, we really are going to scale down the building a little bit, and we got to refocus on the management, right? Like I kept kind of hinting at and saying all episode, really got to remember that this is franchise mode. We need to focus on the management side of things as well. So we need to make sure our guests are happy, our animals are happy, our staff's happy, everyone's safe. Security wise, we gotta make sure our financials are in order, because we now have new animals and we're new feedings, research. There's a lot of stuff on the management side that I really put on the back burner for this episode to kind of get our foundation laid out and everything. So yeah, you'll have to keep me honest in the next few episodes as we, like I said, as we kind of do the management side of things. So, but yeah, anyways, that goes ahead and wraps up for the most part. Like I said, we do have a few things to come back and touch on in later episodes as I get inspiration to finish them out. But yeah, do sound off. Let me know what you think down below. If there's any other additions, subtractions, little notes that you want to add to it. Yeah, love to hear what you all think of it so far. And yeah, no, our roster for our zoo has increased a whole bunch, right? We have otters now, we have the Malayan tapir, we have wild water buffalo, we have the Bengal tigers with cubs. So yeah, our roster has significantly improved, and this is a heck of a zoo as far as rosters go, I think. So yeah, no, that's all I got for you today. Be sure to stick around till the end there. We also always have the cinematics to take a look at what we did, but in a more cinematic way. So, but yeah, this is your first time hanging out and you've made it all the way this far, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It does help out a whole bunch there. Also hit the like button. It does help us against the old YouTube algorithm and all that kind of fun stuff there. And yeah, hey, until the next episode of Eco Trails Wildlife Sanctuary, y'all have a good one.